What's good? What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Tony Real the God. All right. Welcome back to Tony Real the God Chronicles, man. I have a special show for all of you today. Welcome back to... Sorry about that. I have a special show for all of you today. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a great show. I want y'all to be able to get everything you need out of this show today. All right. I have a guest coming. Very, very bright sister. Very, very bright sister. Two sisters actually. Two sisters actually. Now they're supposed to be coming. I was in contact with one sister, but the other sister, you couldn't get in contact with her. Now, we planned the show more than likely a few days, maybe a week ago, or maybe last week, or sometime earlier this week, but I know we planned it, and so, hey, hopefully these sisters are ready. Hopefully these sisters are in here, and if any of you sisters are watching, the link, I sent you the link. I emailed you the link. So I appreciate everybody, man, for coming, man. Everybody that was just actually waiting on me to start. I saw y'all in the little waiting queue. I appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? So today is going to be a great show, y'all. I'm going to have my guest here. And as you can see, the title of this show, okay? So this show was planned for purposes of telling people about the Bible. Now, y'all already know how I feel about the Bible, but this show was created to actually help people understand the Bible, because I can tell you now, I understand the Bible better than you Christians do. But we're going to have two sisters come in today and talk about this book and probably, hopefully, help some of you understand the Bible. Hopefully, that's what happens. Okay. All right. So, y'all already know I got to let YouTube get theirs. We'll be right back, man. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Hopefully the sisters will be ready by the time I come back. Let's start the show, y'all. Be back in about 30 seconds. Let's get it. Okay, we are back. We're back. It's been all right. That's the 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Frankie Styles. Good day, balance, and wholeness to you. What's good, sister? Are you ready? Are you coming to the show? This is your show. You and Sister Chaos. Where you at, sister? This is your show. You're supposed to be on here, sister. Getting ready to teach. You know what I'm saying? This information. Get ready to talk about this information, sister. So if that's you, man, come on. Come on up. I'll put the link in the chat. Let me know if you want to put the link in the chat, sister. Where you at? Where you at? So we'll wait on her response. But yeah, she's supposed to be at the show. This sister, supposed to be here at the show. That's one of the sisters, y'all, that I was just talking to. So, she's supposed to be at the show. So hopefully she gets in touch with me and she comes to the show. And it's going to be her, and it's going to be another sister also as well. And I've already emailed that sister the link. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the link in the chat for you, sister. Okay, So here's the link. So you're gonna click on that YouTube link. I was hoping not to have to do this live, saying saying the link and all that stuff. I was really hoping that you gave me your contact information, sister, but that way I wouldn't have to do this live on the air with, so but that's okay. Hey, it is what it is. So just click on the YouTube link where it says StreamYard, this one right here, sister, on the screen, and put in your information and go ahead and, well, you know how to do it. You've been on, you came on here as, as a, as some, as you came on here before when you spoke to Brother Papa Legba. So come on in, sister. You know how to do it. You know how to do it. Okay. So I know a handful of y'all are waiting to hear on this topic. So, overstanding the Bible. Overstanding the Bible. So this is the New Gideon's International Bible. Okay, that's exactly what this is. Overstanding the Bible. So let me go to, I'm going to go to Second Timothy. 2 Timothy. And if y'all watching, because y'all know y'all like to watch, but y'all don't like to talk, but that's okay. Follow me. 2 Timothy. Okay, hold on. Frankie trying to get in here. I'm waiting on it. Okay, there she is. How you doing, Frankie? How you doing?
Well, and you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Couldn't get in touch with you, sister. What's going on?
I couldn't find you in all the friends requests. When we go live and stuff, and people send you friend requests, I'm like, I can't find him. So when I put you in the search, I didn't know if you had any icons or something like that.
What are you talking about, on the other app or right here on YouTube? Hello? I can't hear you, sister. You're out. You there? You there, sister? I can't hear you. I cannot hear her. If you can hear me, I can't hear you, sister. You might want to readjust the sound. Well, not the sound, but, well, maybe the sound, or maybe restart your phone. I can't.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Is it back now?
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I had to find, get near a window. Sometimes my room is a dead zone. Have dead zones.
All right, so you mind being on camera, sister? Are you okay with that? Because you know how I do the show. So I mean, I don't like to talk to her.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So all right. So we're waiting on the other sister. I just spoke to her, and I asked her did she have a way to get in touch with you? So she says she had been trying to, but no luck. But luckily,
Right. Well, she texted me the first day, but she never texts back. So I was just, that's why I was trying to get to her through you too.
Oh man,
And
I
the
was trying to
panel.
get to, yeah. I'm like, but you know what? See, this is the reason why I always say, hey, send me your contact. It's like I mean, I'm not some fucking creep. I'm a fucking professional. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
understand that, but like, so if I didn't know if your name had icons or something in it. So like, if your name, it has to be spelt a certain way for them to send it for you, for them to give you who you looking for when you searching on Big O. It's just, yeah, because I'm
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like shadow banned, like,
I
I
sent
put too much
you.
information out there, so they kind of like don't let me do what I need to do using their apps.
Well, you okay over here? You okay over here? I know. I sent you a message on your in the messages, and I had said, yeah, because I remember you had something in your text. You was like gratitude, and I couldn't even remember why you had even sent it. You know what I'm saying? So, but then
Oh,
I
because
sent you.
when you send gifts, we send
Oh, where'd
messages
she go?
after.
Okay, she was just
When
right there.
who me
No,
or
the
her?
other sister, she
Okay.
just popped up, and then all of a sudden she just. Bloop. Well, if you can hear me, sister, come on back. Use the same link. Come on back. I was just about to add you, and you just bloop, just disappeared. But no, I had just sent you this one though. I was like, call me now, sister. And then I I put the number in there, and I was like, she ain't called, so hopefully she'll see the stream. Hopefully she'll
Right,
get the
right.
notification. So I'm like, this is her and the old girl show. Like this ain't my show. I'm hosting. This is my platform, but this y'all show. What's good? So what I mean.
Yes.
But I think it's going to be fun, man. I'm going to enjoy the build. You know what I'm saying, with you sisters, and everybody that was sitting there waiting in the queue, because y'all how y'all like to watch. You know what I'm saying. So this is going to be a great build. Now, so I'm gonna tell y'all the reason. The reason this show is put together, man, is because I heard them talking some fire, man. I was like, hell no, they have got to get this out to the world. I'm gonna fucking talk about this shit. I'm gonna plan a show for this shit. They've got to talk about this. I said, this is crazy. I have got to have these sisters talk about this, and what I'm saying, and holler at everybody about this show, man, about this information, because that's not I've heard many people speak about the Bible in terms of understanding it, but man, y'all were putting a lot of logic to that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't putting all that spooky shit. You know what I'm saying? Not too many
Right.
sisters talk like y'all, man. I'm like, oh, I got to get them on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad that, that we were able to come together and, what I'm saying, it worked something out. And we are here. We are here. I wish I had one of those little applause things, little button things. I ain't got none of that shit. But anyway, we gonna go ahead and get started while we wait on the other sister. So, Sister Chaos, if you can hear us and see us, just hit the same link again and come in, and then I'll add you to the stream. Okay, sister, if you can hear me, just click the same link again in your email, and I'll add you to the stream. All right. So while we wait on you, we're gonna get started. So let's go ahead and get started, sister. So go ahead and open up and tell everybody what who you are, because what I'm saying, and what you're here to do today. Go ahead and open up, and then we'll move on to start on the topic.
Hi, my name is Frankie Styles. I am into a lot of different things of how to see knowledge. So, my background is reading dictionaries as punishments in school. So, also, there's a dictionary in the back of the Bible. Using your mind's eye to read the Bible definitely helps you to realize your place in the world versus where they want to place you. Also, I make jewelry. Frankie Styles 3711 LLC is my business. And I greatly appreciate Tony Real to God for having me on his platform and trusting the information that I am giving to you guys.
Okay, all right. I took a bite of that damn food and burnt my damn mouth.
Oh, it was hot, huh?
Yeah. I just finished cooking and everything, and I bit that damn food. I was like,
That's why I'm letting my tea cool down, because I won't have no taste buds
yeah.
if I drink that tea right now.
Man, that's scalding hot stuff, man.
You're gonna burn all the hair off your tongue.
I'm telling you, my tongue and my damn bottom lip right here is hurting right now, but I'm finna play it off. I'm finna make it look easy. I'm finna make it look easy.
Yes.
So, sister, let's go ahead and, what I'm saying, start this build. You know what I mean? So, you have come here today, and you would like to express overstanding the readings of the Bible. So, what should we overstand about the readings of the Bible? So, talk to me.
So basically, the Bible is you having experiences within yourself in this life. The Bible has allegory plus truth in it, just like any other story. So, understanding that you are every character in the Bible, and every character mirrors you in some aspect of your life. Although you are supposed to be the Jesus character of your life, Jesus is also equated to a magician, even though they don't tell you this in the Bible. So, having a mind's eye to read the Bible actually opens you up to realizing that Jesus wasn't a Christian. So if Jesus is not a Christian, then why would you be a Christian? Also, in John 10:34, it says, "Is it not written in your law that I, God, then you are supposed to be like Jesus?" So if Jesus came right now, if Jesus came right now and
So, Sister Frankie,
turned
could
your
you repeat that?
alcohol into what? Go ahead.
Sister Frankie, could you
Go ahead. Go
repeat
ahead.
that? Because you had froze a little bit. So could you go back a little bit and repeat what you said?
Okay, so John 10:34 says, Jesus answered them and said, "Is it not written in your law that ye are gods?" So ye are gods basically means that your mind is God. So a man thinketh that he is. So when applying yourself, that's why people have said, "Oh, I'm God," and things like that. Although you want to think they're just being facetious, or they're being funny, or they're being blasphemous. That's not the case. You are supposed to be the author and the God of your life. Um, Also, knowing that there is the truth in the Bible as well. Um, it says in Exodus that I would have to find the verse in Exodus that I have took you from your gods of Egypt to become the Lord your God. So it's basically that you are not to be worshiping things outside of you. So, as in Egyptian days, we were worshiping the gods and goddesses of the sky, the earth, and things like that. Although that's not exactly what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be uplifting yourself. You are supposed to be in your God self, living a righteous life and following the path that Jesus took, not just reading the words. So knowing that you have the power to turn water into wine, basically meaning you can change any situation. And you are the creator of the good and bad situations. There is no devil outside of you making you do anything, or no God outside of you making you do anything. It is all you.
Hey, sister, I know how to change water into wine. You know that, huh?
Okay.
Want me to tell you how I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is some real powerful stuff. Okay,
Mm.
so what I do is I take the cup of water, the glass cup of water, right, and I pour
Okay.
it out and pour some wine
Okay. Okay. I thought you was gonna put some grapes in there.
in it. That's how I do. And I be wine,
Voila.
wine.
Okay. Hey, okay. I like
Yeah,
that method. I thought
yeah,
you was gonna put some grape juice in there and call it wine,
yeah.
like they do in
Go ahead and
church.
put the wine in, and I tell everybody this was water before it was
It
wine.
definitely was, though. You definitely right, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
are
And
on part.
like that explanation, though, sister. A lot of that stuff, saying it comes from, the Egyptian forum. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff does. And a
Mm.
lot of people don't even realize that when they read in the Bible, a lot of those scriptures, most of the Bible is from pretty much the pyramid text, which is Egyptian forum. But you
Right.
tell a whole cold-hearted Christian that they'll argue you down. The Bible was in the beginning. No, it was not. But okay. All right, we know that the Bible was created right by around the 16th
And it
century.
doesn't it
We know.
and it don't and it does
Well,
not matter which form of Christian it is.
mm,
Because the Ethiopian Bible is the first Bible.
mm.
So they hold to that too.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. They better not even say nothing like that, because I'm gonna tell you, anything at this point will be charged, for the simple fact there is history for so much stuff, man. But see, what I feel like there should be more respect on what actually was first. You know what I mean? They know that
Right.
that shit wasn't first. They know that this Bible wasn't first. The Buddha religion wasn't first. Y'all know this shit. Y'all shit don't go that far. Don't go that far back. Everything that predates all the things that are going on right now as far as religion, all that shit was before that. So, but so many people want to like, well, no, if you look back here and you look back here, I'm like, man, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. All these things that predate the books, that predate your very religion, and you're gonna sit here and argue with me with that shit? No, I'm not doing
Right.
that with you. I'm not doing that with you, man. You know, so uh so
Right.
so what what are some of the scriptures that we need to overstand? Sister.
Okay. The eye of the body. Let me look this one up. I should have got it ready. The eye of the body is the lamp unto the soul. Um, that is Matthew 6:22. And
Man, okay.
when you read it, it says the eye of the body, not the eyes. And
And you
that's
say
when you
it's
read an older version.
all right. Let me get okay. So I'm gonna take down these scriptures, and you said that is Matthew.
6:22. And it has to be a oldest version because the newer version actually have eyes.
Is this all the
But
Old
the
Testament or the New Testament?
in Matthew, it's just Matthew. But like, so
Just
if you have like older King James version, or one of those, older Bibles versus the new King James and all of those Bibles, they tend
yeah.
to change things. So I first read this when I was 13, and I had questions on, if we have two eyes, why does it say one eye? You know, it says one eye. So um
Explain that. Explain it. I'm gonna give
it
you the floor.
means it means that your pineal gland, or your mind's eye, is the eye of the body, is the lamp unto the soul. So your eye is your mind is your lamp. Your thoughts is your way out of the darkness. um which you would be, without knowledge, you would be in nothing but darkness. Without your higher self, you would be in nothing but darkness. Not that darkness is bad, it's just the unknown. So when it says the eye of the body is the lamp of the soul, meaning you need to meditate, you need to seek self first, you need to trust your guts. They are there to warn you for different things. Yes, guts. We have a gut in our heart, we have a gut in our mind, and a gut in our stomach. So we need to trust all of these. um and that is one of the things that I first looked at when I was 13. So they did not put an S on there on purpose. So you will know that, um, so a man thinketh that he is. That is also a valid verse as well, because to go along with the I. So a man thinketh, whatever you think is what you are. Um, whatever you plan, like, so say for instance, you want to go out for a job interview, and that is Proverbs 23:7. Say if you want to go out for a job interview, if you go to the job thinking, oh, they're not going to hire me, they're going to say I'm overqualified, underqualified, you don't get that job. Although you think like, yo, I got this job in the bag. So a man thinketh that he is. You end up getting a job. And you got to go buy shoes or clothes or whatever, because you got the job. Whether you was overqualified, underqualified, they didn't need you, what have you. You spoke it into existence, which is also another verse. Speak into existence. Um, you have to remember that vibration is in everything that we do. Words are spells. The whole book of the Bible is spells that you're speaking over yourself. Um, but as it speak into existence is what we should do, um, and mindfully. So curse words is not like the F word and all of these other things. Those are adult words. Curse words is to say, oh, you gonna be just like your dad. He wasn't nothing, you're nothing. That's more of a curse word. So also remember whatever you speak comes back to you. Golden rules. Um Golden rules that are also in every book. So not only the Bible, these things are in other books as well. The main standpoints of what you should be doing to guide your life. So always remember, like, if you say, oh my gosh, it's always something after another, it's always happening. You just spoke that into your future. So that going along with so a man thinketh and so you speak into existence. If you are speaking the negative into your future, like, oh, it's always something happening, like it never fails. Those things you speak, the negative things into your life. So if you say it never fails, every time I look into my bank account, I see an extra $100. Nobody say that, right? Nobody really say that. But just keep that in mind.
All right. Well, if it's gonna be extra $100 in there, I'm gonna need that fast.
Okay, just like I need it, like I breathe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that fast, really fast. Let's manifest. You know,
I say it is so.
you know. So, can we say that the Bible tells us to think for ourselves?
It does and it doesn't. So that's why you are to have discernment.
And you
So,
know
and
what?
to
And
know what to
you
pick
don't
up.
right, but you don't think that 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 this God in the Bible, you don't think that there could be something mentally wrong with him for him putting for this stuff to be said in the Bible, like I just asked, it doesn't like dude, which one? Which one?
So when it comes to freedom of choice, I
Mm-hmm.
can't just tell you what to do. I have to give you options A, B, C, and D. So, like, we used to have that problem in school as well, even though school is a whole different story. Although, like, when it came to tests, they would say, okay, you read the book. Now, which is the answer, A, B, C, or D? So that's the test of learning how to read the book, on knowing how to discern it as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So okay. I mean, it's still kind of like still it's still like in that same frame with me. I'm I'm sorry, just still not making no sense to me. But you know, but I will say this: I'm going to continue to think for myself. So
Right, right, right,
you
right, right,
know,
right. So
but
like, so like if so like say you as growing up as a child, your mom said, okay, I'm gonna go to work. If you leave this house, you know the consequences, right?
mm-hmm.
So you still go out to your friend's house and you have a party. You expect not to have the consequences.
Well, of
So
course
that's
they're going
kind
to
of
have.
like how the Bible works. You have the choice. Either do you want to stay home and be bored and follow the rules, kind of, sort of, or you want to go out and have fun and say, I don't care about the rules.
Yeah, I get what you mean. You know what? And I've actually been in a conversation like that before when it comes to the Bible. Like, well, you know what? Hey, it's you got rules, and just like in your life, there are rules, and the Bible got rules. And I was like, okay, yeah, but most of that shit don't make no damn sense. But okay, the rules. Okay, all right. Because I mean, I just can't sit here and say, hey, kids, you can go outside. At the same time, you can't go outside. I mean, that would confuse the entire thing. You know what I'm saying? The entirety of my instructions. And then in the Bible it says, love your enemy, turn the other cheek and give them the other one, hate your enemy. Yeah, like and then it
So
says, wait a minute, wait a minute, I got the scripture, I can pull it up. You know what I'm saying? I got my bag up. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's confusing and it's contradictory. It's like this God in the Bible has a psychological dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't resort to it at all. None of it. at all ever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, that's like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Just
Well, that
because
bathwater was too
you
damn dirty.
don't
That's why I threw it at.
just because you may not know how to do math, you don't throw your money away because you don't know how to count it.
Mhm.
So it's like once you know how to read and decode it, you'll understand that life is a test. So apparently there's this confusion of should you worship something outside of yourself or not, no matter what religious book pops up, whether it's the Gnostic book or the Bible and what have you.
Wait,
So
wait,
they all
wait,
have
wait,
been
sister, wait,
tampered with
sisters.
as well.
I know. Wait, sisters. You're saying that we could use the Bible as some sort of formal instruction, some sort of guide. You know, I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
okay,
So if you
okay.
want to pull
I mean,
up
because
23rd Psalms,
uh-huh.
23rd Psalms, if you say the 23rd Psalms to yourself versus to in Jesus' name or to a God outside of you, that is saying no matter where I go, I am guarded. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Yea, though thou art with me, my strength is with me. Um, what's another one? Basically
But
it's like you won't go hungry and things like that. So it's basically like speaking affirmations over yourself. If you take the worshiping Jesus out of the Bible, then maybe it will be a different understanding.
I see. I well see. Well see. I've read the Bible. You know, I've read. I started reading the first time I started reading the Bible. I was maybe about 12 years old. Yeah, I was a Christian. Yeah, I was. Cold heart. You couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those Christians. You know, now on Jesus. You couldn't stop me. You know, and then I finally woke up when I got about maybe 17, 18. I started looking. You know, saying for answers and information outside the Bible. And a lot of what I found made more sense than the book itself. And I was like, damn, huh. And it took me maybe about a year, maybe two, just to actually just give up on the book. And when I finally did, that's when I started my new journey, saying as a non-believer, and I've been a non-believer ever since. So what I'm saying is, so when I look, I've never said I've never used it as some sort of guide. I did. I mean, as a Christian, of course, I was using it as a guide, as something, and I've also tried taking this Jesus out. You know what I'm saying? But it still was the same. It's like I got the same. It's like the same feeling. You know what I'm saying? The same feeling, the same energy from the book. And then I had said, okay, well, no, maybe it's just because of what what I learned and what I had been taught so wholeheartedly that I can't let go a certain aspect of what the book has given me as far as Christianity and believing in Jesus. So, see, I've been on a journey. I can actually explain my whole journey, but it'll take longer than this show. So I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But I just don't like the fact that we're reading a book that's actually supposed to be a formal guide for us. That's supposed to be some a form of helping us through life. We can remove all the spookism. We can remove all the Jesus, all the notion of Lord and Jesus Christ and all. We can remove all of that, but it still remains the fact that the book is not. It's not saying that, hey, this is the book of I am that, Tony Riddle God. This is the book of Jesus. It still remains the fact that it's still going to be covered in that depiction. So to get rid of it, yeah, but I'm still following instructions by the same book that I've left or that I'm not really just overstanding on some of the commands or some of the shit that's being said in here that are contradictory and that are pretty much like leaving me in like kind of like, okay, well then what? Well then I need more answers. You know what I mean? So if I got to continue to sit here and ponder with this book, knowing it's not going to give me anything but just more confusion, then why read it? And if I'm less confused outside the book than I am reading it and using it as a guide. So why keep it around?
So for me, I did not have that similar of experience. I was a Christian, although I was always defiant. I always had questions. I always wanted to know more. So for me, having the book around and knowing that there is the Apocrypha and the book of Jasher, and you have um the Torah, and I can name so many other books. It's like all of them are pieces to the puzzle. So to throw one book away is like to have 1,000 piece puzzle and 100 pieces missing. So that's kind of how I look at it. When you when you have the Bible along with the Torah, with the Apocrypha, with all of these, the Krishna and every single religion together, it is like, again, as I stated, 1,000 piece puzzle and throwing away 100 pieces. So you'll never finish putting that puzzle together if you don't have those pieces. Although remembering that in this 1,000 piece puzzle, when you came into the game, they put 5 puzzles together, but you only supposed to put one. So you have the pieces for 5 different puzzles, and one is the true puzzle that you signed up to put together. So that's just how, as I look at the Bible and the other
Mhm.
books, because I'm not religious. I don't choose a religion. I am self law and master. I govern myself. Everything that I do, I create in my life. So
Mhm.
I just I just know that if, like how they explain what's his name, Amin Ra, right? So wasn't it Amin Ra, or was it his dad, who got split up into, his body got split up into pieces, and Isis ended up having
Oh
Heru
no,
without him,
was
trying
oh
to put all
that
his
was set.
pieces back together.
That was set.
That was Set.
He
Okay, so
no no
Set was
Set
split
had
into, right, there
no Set had
you
chopped
go.
up chopped up Osiris into like 1,000 pieces, some shit like that. Yeah. Uh
Right.
huh.
So if you think of Set as the people who wrote all of these books,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then Osiris is the books. So you have to put Osiris back together to have the whole story. So that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, um, and then, just like when you are creating something, you have trash. So if I was making stickers, you need the ink and you put them on a sticker, and then there's piece of the stickers you don't freaking use. You just need this piece of the sticker. So, if each book has, 100 stickers in them, you still have trash to throw away.
So you
So,
wouldn't rule the Bible. So you wouldn't rule the Bible out, knowing that it's full of opinions, metaphors, and letters.
no, I don't rule the Bible out at all, because again, like I said, I feel as though the Bible is a book of spells, and they're
Mm-hmm.
using it wrong. And it is for their own satanistic, sadistic purposes of having these 501c3 churches and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and having everybody worship whatever God that they are serving, and unknowingly.
Right.
So I that serves that purpose. Although my purpose is to break that spell and perform my own using the guidebook that we originally
What's good,
wrote, that
Sister
they
Michi? How
stole
you
and
doing?
changed. So
Mm-hmm.
hello, hello. If they stole and changed it, then it's up for me to meditate and find out what I originally wrote, if I am an old soul. Um so that's kind of what resonates with me. I was always getting in trouble in church and in school for asking questions like, how come it's okay for Lot daughters to sleep with him, but we not supposed to have incest? I had questions like that. Like,
So you want how come it was okay for Lot's daughters to sleep with their dad, Lot?
uh-huh.
And but today they saying nah, you ain't supposed to have incest. And see, that's part of the Old Testament. And then you got the
Right.
New Testament. But see, even in the New Testament, I had actually proved this last night to a Christian. I said, hold
Mhm.
on a second. So they were like, oh man, that's Old Testament. Yeah, but it also says the same thing in the New Testament. So what you trying to say? What do you mean? Well, see you now. Well, what version? Like it says New King James Version. Yeah, I said,
Mm-hmm.
so are you sure you want to take it there? Because I'll go to your scripture. I always back and forth. I'm like, how don't you know that this is in your Bible? That lets me know that you don't read your Bible. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, and so when, back then, when we were multiplying the world, of course that had to happen. How else are we going to multiply? You know what I'm saying? So I just say that I say that because that's the only way I know that we could have multiplied. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Shit. Who else was here?
Well,
Shit.
see,
Was it?
I
You know what I'm
differ
saying?
in reading the Bible on that way too. So, if Adam is
Mm-hmm.
Atom instead of Adam,
Yeah, I think it's
Adam,
ATOM. Yeah. Yeah.
if Atom created
Mm-hmm.
Eve, which is being,
Mm-hmm.
then we all came into being out of the dirt. Like, you know how I can't think, is it oh, help my brain.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I
Yeah.
can't
We'll
think of
come
the
back
darn
to it.
name of the movie
We'll
where
come back
the
to it.
name of the movie where the mummies, the name of the movie where I think it's The Mummy, where
The
all the
mummy.
people came up out of the sand and out of the dirt,
Okay. Yeah.
and were created beings. I think that's a symbolism of how we as humans were created out of the dirt, out of the dust,
Mm-hmm.
just out of thought. Thought said, I want to
Said
be a earth.
from the dust we came, from the dust we shall return.
Right.
I
So
believe
Adam,
that.
right. So the atom, not not Adam, but Atom, which is dust, sand, and everything, formed a thought. Thought said, okay, let's be. So being is. And it wasn't like there was just one or two people. I don't feel as though there was just one or two people. I feel as though man and woman, meaning there was sets of people, and or if it was just females. I have no idea on that part, because then you have older stories that says it was just females living on islands and stuff too. So
No,
um
look, hold on. I got to interject because I don't think okay, yeah, but I'm what I was saying earlier was basically how else were we going to multiply, if it wasn't incest, right? You know what I'm saying? But I also had another thought that there could have been more. There could have been more people. You know what I mean? It
right.
could have been different. We could call them tribes. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It could have been other sets created, you know what I'm saying, to multiply. I mean, there are a lot of
Right,
theories. You know what I mean?
because I was gonna continue with, where did the people from Nod come from?
Yeah, all that shit,
Because
all that good
Adam
stuff.
and Eve and Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel, and Cain and Abel went and married the people from Nod. Where the heck did they come from if God
Right.
didn't
And
create
plus,
them?
where these mystery bitches come from? I guess at first
Where,
it was,
who made Nod? It just popped up out of nowhere, or did the
yeah.
same God that created the Garden of Eden create the land of Nod? And is there
Mm,
other lands that we didn't know of that were not put in the Bible? So that's why I also read the Apocrypha and the Dead Sea Scrolls, and not just the
mm,
Bible, because
yeah.
it is like having just meat for dinner and no vegetables.
Right. And that's the
So
reason why I was like, you know what? Yeah, the Adam and Eve stories, for me, is bullshit.
mhm.
There were way more people. There were way more. No, I said, no, I think somebody took a particular moment, you know what I'm saying, and just tried to say, hey, Adam and Eve was the first people. I don't know. Maybe he was living with these motherfuckers or something. Maybe they had wine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And he wanted
They
to
had
write
too much
about it or some
wine.
shit.
They had too much water turned into wine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. They was in there drunk. And then look, one of them woke up and said, you know what? I'm gonna write a story about y'all. Started quoting
Yeah,
the
well, see,
Bible.
if you actually read the Bible, there are three creation stories in the Bible, if I remember correctly. There's two in Genesis, and I think one or two in Matthew, and they say different things. One say that they were created from the dirt, and one says the breath of life was breathed into them.
Mm.
Um,
Well,
And
wait a
then
minute. Well,
one
wouldn't that?
says
Well,
that they were
go
made.
ahead.
One says that they were made at the same time, man and woman. We made the man and woman. It says in our image. So if there's only one God who is our, um, and also then it says he made man and then woman out of man's rib.
And that's
So
not
if you
and that's not confusing and contradictory to you. Like
so
that is
no, it's not.
it's,
If you think
yeah.
if you think
No,
about
no, 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 no. This is what I
how
mean. Let me clear what I mean. Okay,
Mhm.
the way it's being taught, and the way a lot of people are reading it, like it can be confusing and contradictory. But if you actually just take it out of the Bible and put it together yourself, of course you're gonna fucking understand it. Then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so this one here, this piece go here, and this piece go. Got it. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about the confusion part. It's confused more, especially our people, than it has anybody else.
no,
So,
it's confused everybody. It is
mhm.
it is supposed to be confusing. It
Okay,
is
here she
you
is. She
we are
finally made it.
not.
She finally made it.
Yay! She figured it
I'm
She's
out.
sorry.
here.
I'm
She's here.
here. I'm
All
sorry
Yay!
right.
I'm late, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. I
I was
apologize.
like, she's not gonna make it. I said, we're almost an hour into the show. She's not gonna make it.
No, no, no. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm ready. I'm here. Wait,
All
let me
right.
get my notes. Hold on.
All right. Well, welcome, sister.
Yay!
Welcome. Welcome. But yeah, we're gonna continue, sister, while you get your notes.
Okay.
So yeah, you
It
say
is
that
so
it's
it is
confusing
supposed
everybody.
to be it is supposed to be confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Um because they want more sheeple. They
You
want
said it's
people
supposed to be
to
confusing. Did you said
yes,
so? Wait a minute. So why would something need to be confusing? Explain that.
for discernment. So
For
if
discernment.
so if you know that um
For
how
discernment, what to
this
help you
realm how
understand it
this
better.
well no
To,
how if you know how this realm works,
mm-hmm.
where there are Neos and Mr. Smiths,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll understand why everything needs a code. Because if we just let Mr. Smith know everything, then they would already have the plan to go against us. So those that are actually sheeple are in their right place, believe it or not. Those of us who are aware, because I don't like the word awaken, those of us who are aware and read it differently are on our Christ-like journey and in our Christ energy.
Mm-hmm. So it needs to be confusing, I guess. What to keep the enemy at bay?
That part. You gotta throw you gotta throw the code in there. Like we didn't speak pig Latin for no reason, right? Because we didn't want everybody to know what we were saying.
Okay, so who's the enemy?
The sheeple.
Who's the sheeple? You know I'm gonna ask. I hear
The sheeple, the robots.
the robot.
The robots in the Matrix. The robots in the Matrix. So the if you think about like the movie The Matrix, you have Neo and Morpheus, and then you have the Mr. Smiths.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mr. Smiths can be anything that the mind projects, like Satan or what have you. Those don't need to know our plans.
And so how are we how can we know it's them? How do we describe these so-called agent Smiths?
How do we describe the Agent Smiths? They look just like us. There's no
No, I mean,
different
well, let me
description
be more
as
specific.
far as
Let
there.
me be more specific. I know they look like us, but let's just say as far as the behavior, as far as the agenda or what we see is going on, how can we point out this agent Smiths?
Oh, we can. If she talking, we can't hear her.
Oh,
Um,
oh
the how we point
Can you
out the
guys hear
age.
me?
Okay, there you
yeah.
go.
Okay. I was saying that they are like typically narcissist people. You know what I'm saying? Like they are the people that let me see how I can put this.
Now I want to clarify something, y'all. I'm
So
asking this
Agent
because for the
Smiths.
people that are watching might not know. So I gotta ask y'all
So
questions.
Agent Smiths are basically those that are closed minded. Agent Smiths have to follow the program. There is no deviation to the program. So if the program does not go according to how we say it should, then they flip out. So as in, for example, if you are going to church every Monday, Sunday, and Saturday, but you go to the club and you screwing your baby daddy and all of this other stuff, you think you're sinning. So you're following the program of saying you're a sinner and you need to be saved instead of actually saying I'm saving myself from this.
Because it's easier for you to feel like, to feel like you need someone to, you need someone to blame things on. You know what I'm saying? It's like it keeps you from being responsible. Like.
You want it? Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. You want it?
Yeah, I'm saying it typically is like the agents are the people, they try to control the situation. They keep up a lot of chaos, and they typically they try to control, and they go with the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like the agenda of the elite.
Okay, the elite. Let's talk about that. So let's talk. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Y'all know I'm always, if y'all watch, if you actually been watching the show, I throw shots at all the motherfuckers, the elites, the motherfuckers in power. I don't give a damn. So let's talk about the elites. What particular department is controlling a certain department right now, dealing with the shape of humanity?
The media.
The Britons, the people,
Parliament.
The British family, they control, our government, you know what I'm saying, which is, a part of the elite. So I would say like the royals, and they get their direction from the, what do you call it?
So would you say that these are, what they're doing is a part of the Bible? What you understand? What would you say? What they're doing is a part of the Bible as far as understanding the readings of it? Would you say what they're doing is a part of it? So explain that. Explain that.
I would say, yeah. Okay, in the Bible, they try to make you feel like it's prophecy, but it's really like propaganda. It's really their instruction. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll try to make you think it's wonders from, God or whatever, but it's really just their instruction is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? And they incorporate things in the Bible. See, I feel like with the Bible, it's so confusing. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they've taken out chapters in the Bible or whatever, and then they added stuff and then they rewrite it. It's chaos. It's full of chaos. You know what I'm saying? And confusion.
Well, see, earlier when I was talking to Sister Frankie, she said it's supposed to be confusing. I was like, okay, I get it. Like, wait a second. I was like, okay, I get it. It's supposed to be confused. You don't want the enemy to find out, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say, it's confused everyone else as well. Okay. All right. Because obviously they didn't know who the fuck was looking for the truth. They like, hey man, we can't keep this in here. We got to take this out. All right. Add this though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So how can you go by something like that? They take out stuff, they add in stuff, and then a lot of it is allegory. You know what I'm saying? And then you might think that one word is saying this, but it mean a whole nother thing. So you know what I'm saying? You really have to decode the Bible. You can't read the Bible and take what it's saying literal. You know what I'm saying? Because one word you might think is, mean blessed, but it really means curse. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really decode the Bible. You cannot take what it says, literal. You know what I'm saying?
So we shouldn't be taking it literally. We should be taking it in a more sensible approach as far as a guide.
I don't think we should. When I say we, I mean Black people. I don't think we should use the Bible at all. I don't think we should apply it to our lives. I mean, we could look at it to know our enemy, you know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff, but you know, some of the stuff was stolen from out of the pyramids, which is really the Psalms and Proverbs mainly. But I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say we shouldn't apply anything in the Bible to our lives, but it's good to know the information. But like I said, you have to decode it first, you know?
Yeah, but when we talk about the, you know, saying the Bible, I mean, it's all Roman Catholicism. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, it's the most powerful religion in the world, and it's dealing with the Bible itself. So it's all Roman Catholicism. So when you talk about confusion, that's pretty big. That's pretty big confusion, because obviously there is something that no one wants the wrong people to know, probably not even the right people. So I think that, you know, at this point in time, for those who actually want to know, should either find out or try best to find out, because people have actually lost their lives looking for the truth.
Like I was saying, you need to start trying to decode the Bible, because like I said, one word, you know, you have to know the etymology of the words you're reading. You know what I'm saying? You have to take each and every word and really decode it to get the message, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you should
like the word.
So,
you know?
so also in knowing that the Bible was created at the councils of Nicaea
Exactly.
for
Exactly.
for
That's the 16th
the
century.
for Christianity to become a new world order. Basically, that's what they were doing with Christianity.
And it
Um,
worked.
and yes, and it did work, and it's still working.
Yeah.
Although the thing of it is those who break the spell of Christianity know that it was the Christian Crusades and it was a new world order, and to know that if I find, like she said before, like the Psalms and Proverbs or what have you, in the book of Enoch that was taken out, or in the Dead Sea Scrolls, or in the book of Jasher, I may find certain things. So it's basically like finding the commonalities that they threw in the Bible and also keying it in with the things that they took out. So knowing that being slaves means actually being a Christian, you are a slave to that God, versus it happening sometime way in the past. It's still going on now. And throwing away your gut, leaning not to your own understanding, was put in there so you don't question the Bible, so you don't question it. So once you question it, then they call you wicked and they call you deceitful.
Or you going to
Right.
hell.
Right.
That's number one of the number one things to controlling the people. You know, why can't I ask a question? Why am I going to go to hell just because I want to, you know something? And then it says only one God, when we all know it's multiple gods. It's different gods for, you know, different things. You know what I'm saying? And it's no feminine energy in the religion. And the people that enslaved us gave it to us. So I don't even see how Black people can be so, well, no, I can't say that, because it's years of conditioning. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you just ask that one question, you know, the people that enslaved you gave you this book. Do you really think they gave you something that's going to save you or help you in any kind of way? No.
So also, if you think about it as I said before, hiding different things. So like if you take pieces of a puzzle, like say 1,000 piece, you take 5,000 piece puzzles and you throw them together. But my assignment to you is to only make one puzzle. You have to throw all the pieces to the other puzzles that don't go with the puzzle you're making. So in order to keep the enemy at bay, we created these words in order to say them as in poetry and spells and things like that. Although once they changed, our originality is what had people stuck in this loop of Christianity.
Yes, yeah, I couldn't say it better. I could not have said it better.
So
And
it's like if you
has our people
know
think so.
if that's why they say if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear and the discernment to know the difference. But people just go, a lot of people that are Christians don't even read the
They
darn
scared.
Bible.
And no, and
They just
then
go on what they pastor say.
and what's been passed down in their families, and they are so scared, and they think everything is fucking wicked. Everything is not evil, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna deal with that. Oh, when it comes to spirituality, it's like the Christianity has us so scared to, you know, look at anything else, and if you do, it's evil, and it condemns you. You're going to hell. It's like you have to question that. And you have to question that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. I can't ask a question about nothing else. I can't know about anything else. A jealous God. You know what I'm saying? Angry. And that sounds like characteristics of a man, of a human. You know what I'm saying?
And right, but that was put in there for the purpose of knowing that you are God in this body. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are so busy looking at Jesus versus looking at yourself, when it
Right.
says, I created man in my image, in our image, actually. So
Mm-hmm.
who is our, as I stated
The
before?
God.
Right, the gods, exactly. So that means there were more than one. So if we created humans
Exactly.
in our image, then that means you have a piece of God in you. But we
Exactly.
throw that away because we
Sister
feel as
Chaos,
Christians.
can you get stationary for me, sister?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to find something, but okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you.
that that if we don't realize that the Bible is telling us that we are gods, and it is with everything that Jesus also said, everything that I can do, you can do, and more. So why am I worshiping a God that I could do more than? Was one of my questions when I was like 15 or 16 in church, and they told me, "Oh, you disrupting the service and things like
Right.
that."
They want to skip
So
over that passage. You know what I'm saying? They want to skip over that. We could be everything but gods. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is wrong with thinking and trying to live up to that? You know?
right. What is wrong with you actually not being a sheep? And that's why the Bible says the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, because they either you have a choice to be a sheep or to realize that you are your own shepherd while
Mm-hmm.
you are the sheep as well. So
Because
that is
go
also
ahead.
one of the differences that people don't realize in the areas that they teach in these books. Um, is to know how to decode it. But so many people are so busy leaning not to their own understanding that they don't realize what understanding they're not supposed to be leaning to. You're not supposed to be leaning to the understanding of the programming that we're taught. You're supposed to meditate, as it says, pray without ceasing. So every time you read something, you close your eyes and see, within yourself if this is real or not. But so many people just taking it for face value that they're not realizing that it's a whole bunch of bones in
Because
this meat.
it's easier just to go along with the Jesus programming. It's easier just to, go along with the Christian thing. It's like you do whatever you want to do, and then all you have to do is repent. You know what I'm saying? And if you do something wrong, it's because you was possessed by demons or the devil made you do it. It's really like it's really like a sick a religion, a sick way of living, because you take absolutely responsibility for nothing. You can do anything you want to do as long as you repent, and then you blame everything on the devil. No, the devil didn't make you do it. You did that yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
it
are the
keeps you
devil.
sick. Exactly. That religion, it keeps you sick. It doesn't help, it doesn't allow you to take responsibility or to do any type of shadow work to deal with anything, because the devil made you do it. So it's easier for some people to actually go along with the programming, because because if you don't, you have to actually do some work. You have to actually, take responsibility for your actions and actually look at yourself and deal with, what you have going on in the inside, to help you become the best person that you can be, so it's easier to just go along with what everybody else is doing.
Okay, thank you, sister. So what I want to do right now is, Sister Magical, you just got in here. So what I want to do is I want you to pretty much explain what is it that we need to understand when it comes to the readings Bible. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and go in on that, and then I'll come back to you, Sister Frankie, and then we'll close because you came late, sister. So now we gotta go.
You're right. I did, and I apologize.
Man,
But
don't be late again. Don't be late again.
I won't. I'll be ready. I promise you, I'll be
Go
ready.
ahead.
But basically, I feel like when it comes to reading the Bible, we need to not take it for face value. Try to understand.
Look in the camera for me. Look in the camera for me.
Oh, sorry. Try to understand what you're reading. Don't take it literal. Look up the word, the etymology of the word, the true and real meaning of the word. You're gonna have to put in a little work. When it comes to reading the Bible, you can't just read it and to fully get an understanding of what you read, and you have to break it down and decode it, like I was saying, because a lot of it is written in code, and so I would say be ready to do some research when you sit down and read the Bible, and don't just take it for what somebody else is telling you. Actually, do the work. It's not gonna be easy, but it's worth it. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear y'all.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Tony.
Okay, what about
Yeah.
now? Okay. I don't know what happened to Sister Frankie. She went out, came back in. I'll say, okay, so what I also like to do, Sister Magical, I like to also respond to anyone that, to the comments. I like to interact. So we got one comment right here by Jason Stark. He says, overthinking, overanalyzing separates the body from the mind.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Sister Frankie?
Okay.
Yes.
I can understand that.
So what would be your response to this brother here in the comments? He says, overthinking, overanalyzing separates the body from the mind.
I would say that is not exactly how it works. Overthinking does not separate the body from the mind. The body is mind. Like without your mind, nothing else works. If your brain dead, nothing else in your body works. So I think you may have that a little backward.
What about overanalyzing? You say overthinking doesn't separate.
Overanalyzing is right. Overanalyzing is thinking, so it doesn't separate. We need to think more. We need to concentrate on our breaths more. We need to enjoy the moment more, as well as thinking about the future and what is going on in the now. That's a lot of things that we don't do, is focus on the now. Because we too busy, depression about the past and anxiety about the future. If I go to heaven or go to hell, you're not even worrying about what you're doing now and how you treating your mom now, or how you loving your family now, or how you loving yourself now.
Okay, so Sister Magical, your statement on this.
I agree with what she says. I agree with everything she just said about it. It's like, yeah, I agree with her. Like, I agree with what she said. Okay. Yeah, I can't say it any better. I agree with what she said. She said it. She said everything.
So, brother Jason Stark, I hope whether you were looking for an answer or not, or whether you were looking for a response, there you have it. All right. So I really appreciate you sisters coming. You know what I mean? We got to do this again, this time on time and
right,
here because I really wanted to build with y'all together. And me and Sister Frankie, we always tend to build sometimes, especially on her panel. Like she be going in, you know what I mean? I don't agree with everything, but she be going in.
Yeah, she's really good.
She be going in though. I really love her, man. So,
It is all that we have our own pieces to the puzzle, but
right.
to agree to disagree is the key to knowing how to have an open mind. So just like with the Bible, you still may never read it again, but at least you have this thought process on that other people do read it differently. Then
you have your own
So
perspective.
let me announce this here, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and announce this. There is going to be a part 2 to this. All right. Yes, I'm gonna make a part 2. Yes, Magic. Yes, Frankie. We gotta have a part 2 because to have both y'all on here at the same time, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be. You know what? And I'm gonna promote it. Make sure everybody come and see this. You know what I'm saying? We had a handful of people today. That's cool. At least somebody else can say, hey, man, if y'all go watch the show that Tony just did, these two ladies was going. Yes.
And this is my first time ever doing something like this. I was like, let me do this,
So this is home for you then. This is home.
Yeah, this new. This new for me. It's new. But
right.
it's stuff it's stuff that we need to discuss and we need to talk about to help prepare for this spiritual warfare that's taking place. Like seriously, like we got to stop playing. I got to stop playing. You know what?
Somebody told me, y'all, that they made it seem like I just, they was like, oh man, you have everybody on your show. I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. I'm very particular who I bring to my platform. Okay, but you made it sound like I'm just bringing in everybody. I'm like, no. I said, see, that's when I was starting in my mind. Like, hold on, bitch ass nigga, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. I don't bring just anybody to my damn platform. That's a damn lie. That's what they made it sound like.
Right.
Like, I ain't running no fucking circus here. This is an actual show. This ain't no damn play. This ain't no corner barbershop shit.
Right. Right. And I appreciate the opportunity. I really do. I appreciate the opportunity for me to be heard and my perspective of things. I really do. Like, thank you.
And I've been trying to get Sister Frank on here for a minute. So trust me, this is more exciting for me than it is for her. I've been trying to get on there. I'm like, she be on there spitting on the other damn platform. I'm like,
yeah, she's good.
Hey,
good.
I'm over here.
Yeah, she's good.
I'd be like, come to the show, man. So I'm glad I finally got her, man. Thank God.
Yes, I greatly appreciate being here. I greatly appreciate my voice being heard as well, and having the opportunity to share my thoughts, to open up people's minds to other thought processes, because a closed mind just leaves you in a circle.
Right.
So break the cycle.
So Frankie, give your closing remarks, sister, and then Magical, you give your closing remarks after Frankie. But don't go nowhere, y'all, because I want to discuss about part 2 after the show. Okay. So go ahead, Frankie. You first.
Frankie Styles, that is me. Nice to meet you guys. Or I am that on Big O. Frankie Styles 3711 LLC is my business. I make jewelry, crystal jewelry as well. Also tarot readings and life consultations. So appreciate you for having me here, Tony, and conversing with you too as well, Magical. And I appreciate y'all guys for listening.
All right. So you ready, Sister Magical? Go ahead with your closing remarks.
Okay, I just want to thank you guys for, giving me an opportunity to be heard. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. I have to get my social media and everything together. I have my Instagram and my Facebook name and all that together for you guys next time. But I just want to say thank you, and I really love you guys. And thank you. I love you all. Like, I really do.
All right. My turn. I like to play around a little bit, y'all. All right. So what I will say is this: I hope y'all enjoyed the show with the sisters, these two beautiful sisters, these two queens, powerful You really have to learn to listen, y'all. Okay, you know what I mean? Because you never know who you could be sitting amongst. You never know. Okay, and these two women, they are very powerful speakers, and you may not feel that, you may not hear that, and you may not see that. That just means that you don't have the talent to see the potential inside of people. You don't see the power that our sisters have, that we have together. So, in order to understand the readings of the Bible, read the damn Bible. Just read the Bible in its full context, all right? Decipher those words. Look up what those words mean. Stop just reading and be like, well, God said. God ain't tell you a damn thing. Okay? So you just read, decipher it correctly, and be cool, man. All right? So hopefully that helped y'all, and we're gonna get out of here. And a lot of y'all, y'all be sitting there emailing me with that bullshit. I don't know about that. Okay, so we out of here, y'all. Y'all say bye, ladies.
Peace out. Love and light.
Y'all stick
togetherness.
around.